Yes, I'm the MEC. I had a discussion with the Premier of the province today in terms of spelling out a way forward, and that way forward will include me having a discussion with her in terms of what is it that must happen, more especially in the wake of the fact that I was arrested last week, and therefore she appointed an acting Premier. And we need to sit down and discuss in terms of what must happen.
So you remain.
Of the ANC. Of the ANC,
yes.
I was democratically elected by the provincial conference of the ANC as a deputy chairperson of the ANC in the Northwest Province. I hear rumors flying around. Nobody officially has come to me from the ANC side to confirm whether I am suspended or not.
So how did you get this information? Mr. Dodovu, who officially confirmed that you were suspended from the ANC? How did this information get to you?
I have SMSs, I have telephone calls, members of the ANC are calling me, leaders of the ANC are concerned, they are asking me the same question. And I take a point that you've just raised to me now, that the spokesperson of the ANC saying he cannot confirm or deny the fact that I'm suspended. I can't understand that. There should be an official position of the ANC in respect of this particular matter.
Well, so who in fact in the province has told you that you've been suspended as an ANC member?
I say members of the ANC and the leaders of the ANC in the branches, in the regions, in the sub-regions. They are calling me to indicate to me that there is a decision to suspend me, but as I point out to you, officially nobody has communicated to me the fact that I'm suspended or not in the ANC. What I can point out to you is that I've got 31 years unblemished record in the ANC as a member of the ANC. I've served the ANC in different capacities. There was never a stage where I was suspected. There was never a stage where my membership and my leadership credentials in the ANC was questioned, and I know this with utter dismay and consternation.
So why are members of the ANC, as you allege, Mr. Dodovu, why are there elements, at least within the ANC, within the party, who are plotting against you, as you allege?
Obviously, there are problems. I can't deny the fact that there are tensions, there are issues, there are challenges.
Over what, Mr. Dodovu?
In the province, and those particular challenges have got to be resolved.
What are the issues in the province?
The fact of the matter for me, for now, is that I have been unlawfully and unfairly incarcerated.
Well, Mr. Dodovu, I need an answer to this question. Why? Okay. If your record is as sterling as you claim it is within the province, if your work speaks for itself, why are members plotting against you? What is the reason for that? And could you tell us who is plotting against you?
Maybe you didn't understand me. I'm saying there are issues, there are problems, there are challenges within the ANC in the province, and those particular challenges have got to be resolved in one way or the other. The fact of the matter, and I'm presenting you the facts. The facts are as follows. One is that I have been arrested for allegedly plotting the assassination of another leader of the ANC, something that I note with consternation. Because those who are saying that, I think in my view, they are waffling and prevaricating. They do not know their story. I'm not a murderer. I never murdered any person. And how I feel about this situation is a feeling of resentment, a feeling of bitterness that I'm betrayed by those that I'm working with, and accuse me of such a serious crime which has been committed.
And what do they stand to gain by doing that, Mr. Dodovu?
Everything that they stand to gain. I'm a leader of the ANC. I'm the MEC in the Northwest government. I have served this organization, and my view is that these particular issues have got to be resolved.
Do you think any particular comments that you've been making, perhaps ahead of Mangaung, perhaps ahead of elections within the party, have put you in the firing line?
My view is that after Mangaung, and I'm saying this without any fear of contradiction, I'm saying this with boldness, that the highest boldness that I have, that since Mangaung, some people who didn't move along a particular view in Mangaung are being bashed, are being humiliated, are being embarrassed, are being dealt with in the Northwest Province.
Mr. Dodovu, let's lay out our cards. What do you mean by those who laid out a particular political ideology?
I'm saying to you that there are mayors who are being removed, there are councillors who are being suspended
for supporting Kgalema Motlanthe,
ANC, including myself and Kabelo Mataboge, who are feeling the pinch of Mangaung.
For supporting Kgalema Motlanthe's bid.
And this happens within the last 2 months. And I'm saying it happens in the Northwest Province.
And is that because you supported Kgalema Motlanthe during Mangaung?
That's my view. That's a view that I will hold, that I will raise at any particular point in time. I will raise that particular view. It is because we held a particular view going to Mangaung, and we are persecuted. Actually, we are persecuted.
So where to from here for you, Mr. Dodovu, and others from the party who did support Kgalema Motlanthe?
I'm saying to you, there are 2 processes that are unfolding. I'm going to fight to the bitter end, and I'm saying to the South Africans today that they will vindicate me. I will never be convicted for something that I've never done, because I have full confidence in the justice system of this country. I will present myself, I will present the facts, and those who allege must substantiate their allegations about the fact that I assassinated somebody else and I'm a murderer. I will face this particular situation, and I am going to prevail. And because I have a view that says this is a political plot which has been concocted and manufactured to ridicule, to assassinate the character of people, to humiliate a particular tendency within the ANC. And that must stop in the interest of the ANC. And this I am going to challenge. But secondly,
Mr. Dodovu, thank you very much.
I hear these stories, as I pointed out to you, that I'm suspended as a deputy chairperson of the ANC, and my membership has been suspended from the ANC for more than 31 years. And I'm saying that if that indeed is the case, this is a matter that I'll follow up. I will deal with it within the democratic process, internal processes of the ANC, to raise my voice and to say this must stop in the interest of building a very strong organization.
Mr. Dodovu, thank you very much for joining us. We do have to leave it there with you. Local Government MEC China Dodovu, thank you very much for joining us this afternoon.
Well, we were hoping to speak to the acting provincial secretary of the ANC in the Northwest Province, Gordon Gekhaekile, and unfortunately we have been trying him, are unable still to speak to him, but we will keep on trying. Gordon Gekhaekile, who is the ANC provincial secretary. But to take the matter further, we are on the line to political analyst Elvis Masocha. Very good afternoon to you, Mr. Masocha, and thank you very much for speaking to us. Is it conceivable, as he says, that there is a political conspiracy to tarnish his reputation, which he says for 31 years is unblemished, given the fact that he himself is accused of conspiring to murder Obuti Chika?
Good afternoon to you and all the listeners of SAfm. Let me first indicate that what is happening to MEC Dodovu is a microcosm of what is happening in other provincial structures of the ANC in the country. Remember, politics is a nation-building discourse, but at times it can be a dirty game. And whenever senior leaders are accused of heinous crimes, such as murder, or corruption, or even money laundering, we'll hear such leaders speaking about politically motivated charges and even attempts on the part of other comrades to defame and vilify their characters. But at the end of the day, it is a court of law that is going to decide whether the MEC is guilty of the charge that is facing or not. But let me indicate something. There is an emergence of a belief in bloodshed within the ANC in terms of resolving political conflicts. That has been worsened by the fact that factions in the ANC have become far much powerful than the organization itself. The Luthuli House must finally agreed that these factions have become far much powerful, too powerful to be controlled by the national headquarters. That is why other
Then let's follow that train of thought, Mr. Masocha. You say that what is happening is a microcosm of what is happening nationally within the ANC. Do you then agree with his notion that post-Polokwane, those who were in support of the forces of change are then being paid back for their stance in this manner? Is it a trend of those who are perhaps being sidelined politically because of who they supported to then claim that they are being punished for their beliefs?
I think it is not only a trend in South Africa, but in other African countries whereby we have got the ruling parties, organizations that fought for the liberation of their countries. It's a consequence. When that liberation movement wins elections and become and take control of government, we experience a new tendency whereby such politicians who belong to the ruling party will want to use anything in order to get into political office. Neither can even become a tool that is used by other politicians in order to achieve.
What I'm trying to understand, though, Mr. Masocha, are you saying that the veracity of these claims are should I say, watered down by the fact that people want to remain politically relevant? Or are you saying that those with political power, there is power play and they are using things like criminal allegations and charges to do away with their political opponents? Which of the two is correct?
There are a million possibilities to your question. Like I said, in a ruling party, particularly the ANC, you will find there are two rival powerful factions that exist within the organization. And at times, these two rival factions that I'm talking about, they may become far much powerful than the organization itself.
Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Let's talk about the record of China Dodovu himself. He says he's got 31 years of an unblemished record within the ANC. Is this true? Would people within the province share this view?
You know, you'll never understand because MEC is a politician. Obviously, he has got his own supporters and loyalists who will believe that he's innocent. People who are raising such allegations want to tarnish their image. On the other hand, you have got another rival which does not agree with the MEC that says maybe there are some substance to the allegations that are leveled against the MEC.
Okay,
but
quick and final question, if you'll allow me. Quick and final question, if you will allow me. It is thought, or it is said, it is believed that China Dodovu is an ally of the Premier, Thandi Modise, and what this is an extension of the internal faction fighting within the party, with Supra Mahumapelo as the chairperson of the party. Could we see those ramifications playing out and seeing Thandi Modise herself removed as Premier, if we're to follow the logic of what China Dodovu is saying?
Yeah, we must understand that, the post-Mangaung political landscape has created victors and losers. And unfortunately or fortunately, at the likes of Thandi Modise and even the MEC Dodovu, they find themselves as part of the losers. Their political aspirations were not satisfied at Polokwane. That is why other people are saying the charges are politically motivated. It is an act to punish those who did not support the retention of leadership in Mangaung.
Thank you very much for your time.
But we'll never know up until the court decides who is innocent and who is guilty.